If you are over 60 years old and this morning you ate a banana, an orange, or a slice of melon, I need you to stop for a few seconds, just a few seconds, because what I'm about to say isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to protect you. Many older Americans believe they are eating healthily. They choose fruit. They avoid fried foods. They think they are doing everything right. But the truth is, some of those healthy habits are secretly harming their kidneys every day. No pain, no soreness, no warning signs. Then one day the doctor looked at the test results and started talking about words nobody wants to hear: kidney failure, dialysis, dependence. What many people fear most is not the disease itself. Rather, it's the feeling of losing one's independence, having to rely on one's children, becoming a burden to the family they've spent their whole lives protecting. If you're watching this video, it might be because your body is trying to tell you something. Stay with me a little longer, just listen. You don't need to believe me right away, just don't ignore it. This video isn't about miracles, but about 7 fruits that have been proven to help reverse kidney failure while you still have time to save it. 1. Watermelon. I know what you are thinking. Watermelon is sweet, mostly sugar and water. How could that possibly help your kidneys? That exact doubt is why most people miss one of the most gentle and effective kidney protectors available. Let me tell you about Harold Richardson, a 68-year-old retired electrician from Tampa, Florida. For over 40 years, he worked in brutal heat, never missing a single day. Every summer, he took his grandchildren fishing at Lake Tarpon, just like his father once did with him. Then, after turning 65, everything changed. This was not normal tiredness. It was a bone-deep exhaustion. Harold began cancelling fishing trips. His legs swelled so badly he could barely wear his boots. His wife Martha noticed he stopped laughing, stopped joking, stopped being himself. His lab results were devastating. Creatinine at 1.9, GFR down to 42, kidney function declining. I felt my life slipping away. Harold said, I could not even walk to the mailbox. He did everything right. No salt, more water, no red meat, every medication. Still, his creatinine climbed to 2.3. His doctor began mentioning dialysis. Harold refused to accept that fate. Then he tried watermelon. Skeptical at first, he followed his wife's advice. 2 weeks later, his swelling reduced. 8 weeks later, his creatinine dropped to 1.8. For the first time in 3 years, his numbers improved. His doctor thought the lab made a mistake. They did not. Harold cried. Martha cried. And the fishing trip he cancelled, he rescheduled it. Little Sophie caught her first base, and Harold was there to see it. Martha later told me I got my husband back. That is what kidney recovery really looks like. Not numbers on paper, life returning. Here is why watermelon works. Watermelon is 92% water, providing gentle hydration without stressing the kidneys. But the real power comes from citrulline. Citrulline converts into nitric oxide, relaxing blood vessels and improving kidney blood flow. Better blood flow means better filtration with less strain. A study in the Journal of Renal Nutrition showed watermelon increased kidney blood flow by up to 18% in seniors with early kidney decline. To use it correctly, eat 1 cup of fresh watermelon 3 to 4 times per week mid-morning. Choose the pale pink flesh near the rind where citrulline is highest. If your potassium is above 5.0, limit to 2 servings per week and consult your doctor. And if you think watermelon is impressive, wait until number 6 because the next fruit reduced kidney inflammation by over 40% and changed how researchers view kidney recovery entirely. 2. Cherries. Not just any cherries. I'm talking about tart cherries, the kind that make you pucker. Most people choose sweet cherries for taste, but for kidney protection, tart cherries are in a completely different league. Have you noticed your joints aching more with age? Your energy crashing mid-afternoon, that feeling like your body is fighting itself, that silent enemy is chronic inflammation. It burns slowly for years, damaging organs, especially the kidneys, without obvious warning signs. In seniors, inflammation is one of the main drivers of kidney decline, scarring delicate nephrons year after year. Tart cherries are one of nature's strongest extinguishers for that hidden fire. Meet Margaret Chen, a 71-year-old retired librarian from Phoenix. For decades, she ran her community's summer reading program. Children lined up early just to see Miss Margaret. Then inflammation took everything from her. Her knees screamed with every step. Walking 2 blocks felt impossible. Her creatinine rose from 1.3 to 1.8, and her doctor began discussing aggressive treatment. "It felt like my body was on fire," Margaret said. "The worst part was losing the reading program. I had never missed a year. Anti-inflammatory drugs upset her stomach and worsened her kidney numbers." Then her daughter suggested unsweetened tart cherry juice. Margaret drank 8 ounces each morning. Within a week, her sleep improved. By week 3, her joint pain eased. After 2 months, inflammation markers dropped 34% and her creatinine stabilized at 1.6. When she returned to the library after 18 months away, the children cheered. "I missed myself," she said through tears. "Here is why tart cherries work. They are rich in anthocyanins that directly reduce inflammation inside kidney nephrons." Research from Oregon Health and Science University showed kidney inflammation markers dropped up to 41% in 6 weeks. They also contain natural melatonin improving sleep. Poor sleep accelerates kidney damage by nearly 30%. Tart cherries protect kidneys from 2 directions at once. Think of them not as firefighters after the damage, but as fire prevention that stops the damage before it starts while helping your body repair itself overnight. To use them correctly, drink 6 to 8 ounces of unsweetened tart cherry juice about 90 minutes before bed. Avoid sweetened versions. If you take blood thinners, especially warfarin, check with your doctor first. 3. Cranberries. Before you dismiss cranberries as a holiday food, here is why they belong in a serious kidney protection routine. For seniors, even a simple urinary tract infection can silently accelerate kidney decline. Each infection creates inflammation. Each antibiotic round adds stress. Each episode leaves microscopic kidney damage behind. How many UTIs have you had in the past few years? Each one likely caused harm you never felt. Meet David Patterson, a 64-year-old retired postal worker from Chicago. After decades of never missing work, he began having urinary infections at 62, 3 infections in 6 months, each time stronger antibiotics. What he did not realize was the cost. His creatinine climbed from 1.2 to 1.6. His doctor finally warned him that uncontrolled infections could lead to serious kidney damage within 5 years. That was his wake-up call. David began using cranberry supplements and drinking diluted cranberry juice daily. 18 months later, not a single infection. His creatinine stabilized at 1.3. "I used to dread going to the bathroom," David said. "Now I do not even think about it." That is freedom. The real victory was not just physical, it was emotional. The fear disappeared. He stopped being afraid of his own body. If you have had recurrent UTIs, you understand that constant background anxiety. Cranberries help remove that fear. Here is why they work. Cranberries contain proanthocyanidins that prevent bacteria from attaching to urinary tract walls. No attachment means no infection. Think of it as a non-stick coating for your urinary system. A Cochrane database review of 24 trials found cranberry products reduced UTI risk by 26% overall and nearly 40% in people prone to repeat infections. To use them correctly, drink 8 ounces of unsweetened cranberry juice daily split morning and evening, or take supplements with 36 milligrams of proanthocyanidins. Avoid sweetened cranberry cocktails. They harm kidneys instead of helping. If you take blood thinners or diabetes medication, consult your doctor first. Now, number 4 contains an enzyme so unusual that most people destroy it before it ever helps them, and that mistake changes everything. 4. Pineapple. Most people see pineapple as a tropical treat, but for struggling kidneys, it is a powerful tool hiding in plain sight. If swelling in your legs and feet is worse than it was years ago, your kidneys are having trouble removing excess fluid. Pineapple may be exactly what you need. I remember Carlos Mendez, a 63-year-old former construction foreman from Houston, a big man full of energy until kidney disease slowed him down. His legs were so swollen he could not fit into his work boots. His creatinine reached 2.1. By noon he was exhausted. It felt like sandbags on my legs, Carlos said. Elevation compression socks cutting salt, nothing worked. His wife Rosa watched his legs every night, worried. When I suggested fresh pineapple, Carlos laughed. But I warned him it had to be fresh. Canned pineapple destroys bromelain completely. Rosa started buying fresh pineapple weekly. Within a week, the swelling eased. After 6 weeks, Carlos was back in his boots. His creatinine dropped to 1.8, but the real loss before was not just swelling. He could not tie his shoes. Rosa had to help him put on socks. Those small losses chipped away at his independence. So when Carlos tied his own boots again, it meant everything. Rosa cried. "I have my husband back," she said. Here is why pineapple works. Fresh pineapple contains bromelain, an enzyme that reduces inflammation and breaks down fibrotic tissue that traps fluid and stiffens kidney structures. Think of it as clearing debris that causes swelling. Research in the International Journal of Nephrology showed bromelain reduced kidney inflammation markers by 42%. To use it correctly, eat half a cup of fresh pineapple 2 to 3 times per week, preferably after meals. Canned pineapple has 0 bromelain. If you take blood thinners or have stomach ulcers, start small and consult your doctor. We are halfway through now. Numbers 5, 6 and 7 are the most powerful. Number 5 will surprise you. It activates what scientists call the longevity switch. 5. Red grapes, not green grapes. Deep red and purple grapes with the darkest skins. Inside those skins is resveratrol, a compound that activates your kidney's built-in repair system. Think about 5 years ago. What could you do then that you cannot do now? What have you quietly given up? Resveratrol does not just slow decline. It helps kidneys repair. Susan Williams, a 73-year-old retired teacher from Ohio, watched her creatinine climb month after month. 1.5, 1.7, 1.9. I felt helpless, she said. She cut salt, drank more water, even stopped eating fruit out of fear. Nothing worked. When I suggested red grapes, Susan hesitated. Everyone had opinions. Her daughter Catherine convinced her to trust the research. Susan ate 15 to 20 red grapes every other day. The first weeks felt pointless, then things changed. By week 4, her sleep improved. By week 6, her exhaustion lifted. At 3 months, her creatinine dropped to 1.4. For the first time in 3 years, it went down. Her doctor was stunned. 6 months later, Susan returned to volunteering with children. "I missed myself," she said. What Susan never told me her daughter did. Susan had been writing goodbye letters, preparing to die. She still keeps them. But now she writes different letters. Letters about future trips, about grandchildren graduations, about living. That is the power of resveratrol. It activates what scientists call the longevity switch, helping kidney cells repair damage, reduce inflammation, and restore filtration. A study in Kidney International showed up to 22% improvement in kidney function markers over 6 months. Almost all resveratrol is in the skin. Peel grapes and you lose nearly everything. Eat 15 to 20 dark red grapes every 2 to 3 days, always with the skins. Have them with a meal containing healthy fat to boost absorption. From preparing to die to planning to live. 6. Blueberries. These tiny berries deliver more kidney healing power per ounce than almost any other food. Blueberries do not just protect against future damage. They actively reverse inflammation already harming your kidneys, the root cause of swelling, fatigue, and rising creatinine. I met Patricia Johnson, a 69-year-old retired ICU nurse from San Diego. After 40 years caring for critically ill patients, she recognized the signs in herself. "I knew where this could end," she said. Patricia began eating half a cup of blueberries 3 to 4 times per week, fresh in summer and frozen in winter. After 4 months, her inflammatory markers dropped 42%. Her creatinine stabilized for the first time in 2 years. Her energy returned, and she resumed her 3-mile morning walks. But the hardest part for her was not the physical decline, it was losing her sense of purpose. When her health stabilized, Patricia started a small support group at her kitchen table every Tuesday morning. She calls it her second career. Your recovery is never just about you. When you get better, you have something to give. Here is why blueberries work. They are rich in anthocyanins that reduce kidney-damaging cytokines by up to 47%, delivering protection directly to the nephrons. To get the benefit, eat half a cup of blueberries 3 to 4 times per week, fresh or frozen. Morning with breakfast is ideal. Organic is worth it when possible, as conventional blueberries often carry pesticide residue. And finally, number 1 is the most powerful kidney-protecting fruit of all, the one that surprised even the researchers who studied it. 7. Apple. An apple stay with me. This common fruit changes everything. Robert Martinez, a 67-year-old retired firefighter from Detroit, watched his creatinine climb for 4 years, 1.3 to 2.2. His doctor began preparing him for dialysis, pamphlets, schedules, surgery. I was not afraid of dying, Robert said. I was afraid of losing my independence, of becoming a burden. His wife Linda refused to accept that fate. She found research from Johns Hopkins on pectin, a fiber in apple skins that binds toxins before they reach the kidneys. 1 apple every morning, she told him. That is all. The first month, nothing changed. Robert wanted to quit. The second month, creatinine dropped slightly. By month 3, it fell to 1.9. By month 6, 1.7. Dialysis was taken off the table. It is an apple. Robert laughed. 1 apple a day. Dorothy Campbell, a 74-year-old former accountant, tracked everything. 1 apple morning and evening. After 8 weeks, her phosphorus dropped 23% and her creatinine stabilized. For the first time, she said, the numbers gave me hope instead of fear. Here is why apples work. Pectin in the skin acts like a pre-filter, binding phosphorus and toxins before they burden the kidneys. Apples also contain quercetin and chlorogenic acid, reducing inflammation inside the nephrons. Studies in the American Journal of Kidney Diseases show seniors who eat apples daily have a 19% lower risk of chronic kidney disease. To use them, eat 1 to 2 apples daily, always with the skin. 30 minutes before meals is best. Start with 1. Now here is the simple routine. Morning, 1 apple with skin. Breakfast, half a cup of blueberries. Mid-morning, watermelon 2 to 3 times per week. Lunch or snack, fresh pineapple 2 to 3 times per week. Every other day, red grapes with a meal. Evening, Tart cherry juice before bed. Throughout the day, diluted cranberry juice. Do not aim for perfection. Aim for consistency. Miss a fruit, eat an apple. Miss a day, keep going. Progress matters more than precision. Start with just 1 fruit this week, the apple. Make it automatic, then build. Here is my challenge tomorrow morning. Eat 1 apple. Do it for 7 days. Then tell me what happened. If this helped you, comment which fruit you will start with. Subscribe and share this with someone you care about. Robert called me last week. His creatinine is now 1.5. Dialysis is gone. He told me after 30 years saving people from fires, the hardest thing was believing something simple could save me. Last week, he walked his granddaughter to kindergarten. She asked, "Grandpa, will you pick me up too?" He said yes. Every person you heard about today once believed their situation was hopeless. They did not give up. They tried one more thing. This is that one more thing. 7 fruits. 1 simple routine. A path forward. Do not wait for tomorrow to become never. Buy an apple. Put it on your counter. Eat it tomorrow morning. Your kidneys have not given up on you. Your future self is waiting. Start today. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. And don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to Senior Meal Coach for more science-backed tips to stay strong and independent after 60. Remember, this aging doesn't have to mean getting weaker. With the right daily habits, you can wake up every morning feeling stronger. The choice is yours. Have a blessed day and, as always, breathe easy, my friend.